What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerdcast for the next episode of Warhammer Quest, a game from my childhood that I am playing for nostalgia's sake. So, in today's episode, we need to level up our Barbarian. And so there it is, our Barbarian has now leveled himself up. He's got weapon skill of 4, which means that he's actually got an active weapon skill of 7 once he berserks out. He's got 2 melee attacks now, which is actually pretty swell as well. And so what the hell, we may as well tell that we're probably in the next... I'm probably going to take Leopold Hell Hunting. All these guys have badass names. If my name was Leopold, my life would be so much better. Let's see here. Rescue the Engineer, the Bracers of Defiance. What are those? Oh, those are for the Troll Slayer. Considering he's one of our main dudes right now, I may go after that. The Bracers of Defiance. Yeah, let's run those down real quick. I haven't decided whether I'm getting rid of my Barbarian or whether I'm getting rid of my... I can't decide if I'm getting rid of my Dwarf or my Barbarian to make room for... I want to see if they fix the Warrior Priest, because Warrior Priests are my favorite. They're my favorite thing in the whole world. If he's still broken, though, this is going to be kind of sad. The warriors come across a foreboding and forgotten castle leagues away from the nearest settlement. As they enter through the ruined gatehouse, they see a man in battered armor stood in the ivy-covered courtyard. He looks up as the warriors approach, although they notice his left arm is clearly broken. It is badly bruised and the elbow rests at an odd angle. I was not worthy, he explains by way of introduction, lifting his broken arm by slightly raising his shoulder. To wield the Bracers of Defiance, you must be proven worthy, or you may be cursed to lurk in this god's forsaken place. I hope you have better luck than me. He gestures to the dilapidated doors that open to the cavernous keep. You'll find the armor in there. Good luck, or you'll be seeing me soon. Alright, is he fixed? Look how badass he looks right now, though. Oh, he's fixed! He doesn't fall on his ass anymore. I'm so happy. So basically what used to happen is he would fall on his back and he would just slide around the floor on his back, and it was actually kind of sad. It was not befitting a warrior of Sigmar. Now he stands erect in the face of the foes of chaos, which is kind of a weird, that's a weird reaction. It's a fear bone. I apologize for the crassness, but it's an odd reaction to he's also wearing like super amazing armor. So his ability is that he can do a blessing. He's got Call of the Brave and he's got Scourge of Chaos. I think Call of the Brave, so it increases dodge for everybody, and then Scourge of Chaos makes it so that you have an increased hit chance. However, he can try and cast these like every turn, but every turn he has like a... There we go. So, see, it's essentially like a Paladin aura, but every turn he has to retest to see if it works or not. It's kind of a weird system, but you'll see how it says weak right here. That's basically a rough synopsis of how big of the favor that the god is willing to give him. So let's say he's crying out to Sigmar. Sigmar is like, that's kind of weak. I don't really feel like helping you today. And so he has a lesser chance of his blessing actually working. If he has a strong blessing, he has a greater chance. And so it can work its way around. And I think the strength determines whether or not, like how long the duration, the strength, and also like the effectiveness and the AoE of the prayer. I don't really know. I'll have to read up on it in just a second. In fact, let's take a look at the journal right now. We've got extra time. Why not? So, Marauder, let's see here. Warrior Priest. Blessings. Each turn during the power phase, the Warrior Priest prays to Sigmar and gains favor. He may attempt to cast a blessing during the turn. If Sigmar is listening, the blessing may affect up to the entire party. The Warrior Priest can gain a strong favor or a weak favor, affecting the chance of the blessing being heard or affecting multiple warriors. As the Warrior Priest increases in level, his blessings become more powerful and he becomes more likely to be heard by Sigmar. So there you go. Like I said, whether it's strong or weak determines just how good the blessing's going to be before you start stuff off. Let's go with... And Call of the Brave was the dodge one? Okay, Call of the Brave was the dodge one. Let's go Scourge of Chaos. Only one person got Scourge of Chaos. Alright, that's fine. I don't really mind that much. I'm going to bring him forward. We'll give him a thwack. Give him a nice little love tap upside the head, and that'll do just fine. Over here on this side, I'll probably have him fire around at those spiders. Unfortunately, the round is not going to go the way that we want. I thought I had a full movement thing right now. Oh, this might not go well. We have a very, very large pile of spiders. I don't like it when my spiders are configured into piles. That is not the way I like them assembled before me. I prefer them to be kind of in that weird stiff dead pose. Please don't web my characters. I need him to level up right now, and if you ruin this for me, I'm going to be upset with you. I need to level characters badly. Okay, so we've got that. Let's go Scourge of Chaos real fast. Hold on. Scourge of Chaos. Yeah! We got a good blessing. The blessing was strong. Give me the death blows. And so now that actually, I think it gives you... Let's see how it modified our character, actually, because we should be able to see it in his character sheet when we go through here now. How that modified him. It gave him a weapon skill of 4. So technically it augmented... So it just adds like a 5% chance to hit. That's not that great. It's okay, but... It's not incredible. Let's move him over here. I need this guy to level, so we're going to move him into the front. He can't shoot this round for some reason. I'm not really sure why. Now we're actually running the party that I want to run. So there's no bugs anymore. I can actually play the guys that I wanted to play from the... Another Weight Watcher amulet. I tell you what, if we needed a Weight Watcher's amulet, we would be all over it right now. Don't tell Jenny Craig, though. What happened to Jenny Craig? Jenny Craig used to be all over everything, and then she just like... Does she still like help people lose weight? I saw Richard Simmons the other day, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Richard Simmons is still like a nice guy. That makes me happy. I always hate when people pick on Richard Simmons because, like, yeah, he's a weird dude. He's probably gay. I mean, I don't know if he is, but you figure he seems like he's probably gay. My gaydar is pretty good. And so, I don't know. He, like, existed back in, like, the late 70s and stuff where it was still, like, not okay to be gay. But it seems like he kind of, like, hid it for a while or something, maybe. I don't know. He seems like a really nice guy, though. Like, he's not one of those dudes that's, like, out there working out to get buff and be, like, a douche and just, like, look really good. He's out there just, like, help people lose weight and be happy with themselves. And I dig that. I like that about Richard Simmons. He seems like a really, like, genuine, kind human being. And I like genuine, kind human beings. Mean human beings, they need to exist because obviously we wouldn't have, like, stand-up comedy or anything without mean human beings. Like, there is a place for everybody in this world. Stand-up comedy loses something when people aren't mean about it. Anything in here? Okay, so nothing going on right now. He's got a strong blessing. I wish that it built up like willpower. Now, Bane of the Undead, I hope he gets a new ability that's more useful against everybody at some point, because as of right now, what we have going for us, 6 winds of magic. Really? You got all kinds of winds of magic going on. Well done. Yeah, I like Richard Simmons, and I saw him the other day on some TV show or something like that, and I was like, hey, Richard Simmons still exists. That makes me happy. 6 giant bats. Okay. 6 bats! Scourge of chaos. 1, 2, 3 blessings. He talks like the Count. That's his, like, subplot. We smack a bat, and the bat fall, and I be like, hey, bat, you are a pain in my ass, and I shoot you. Alright, so we'll go back over here. I'm gonna have you shoot a bat. Oh, man. Although, honestly, I can't even hate because shooting a bat seems like it would be really difficult. I'm not sure I could hit a bat with anything other than some sort of, like, buckshot. Not positive. Even then, I feel like I would have better luck if I had, like, bat shot. But then again, that sounds like it might encroach upon the realm of Bruce Wayne. And if there's one thing I know, it's that you do not encroach upon the realm of Bruce Wayne. Ow! You just got your ass kicked by a bat, dude. What happened? Oh, he regenerates. I forgot about that. That's super sweet. Scourge of chaos. Oh, no. Viking Jesus ignored us. Damn it. That's who Sigmar is. He's basically Viking Jesus. Ooh, warrior priest like, whatever then. I'll be an atheist destroyer. Ooh, the Orb of Might. So what the Orb of Might does, that's the item that I was talking about. You put it on a mage, and it allows him to store his turn for later. So let's say that he gets 6... In the center of the room is a corpse dangling about 4 feet off the ground, hanging by a rusty chain connected to the ceiling, and a wound tightly around its neck. A large pouch is attached to its decaying garments. Ooh, investigate. As Leopold Hellhunten closes with the hanging corpse, it springs to life. The corpse gives a terrifying moan and reaches out with long dead arms. Although still attached to the chain, it jerks about like a possessed puppet and makes a grab for the war. Oh no. He's caught in the creature's grip as the adventurer struggles to break free. The thing claws at its prey and rips flesh. Luckily, the chain prevents the zombie from bending down to take a bite. The warrior grabs his weapon and slices off limbs to free himself, although he's been injured by the grasping attack. Ow! 5 damage. No, I'm not down with that. I mean, I do have the Haunch of Old Nell that I should probably, like, use on myself, but I don't know. I don't use consumables that often in this game because they tend to be, like, useful later on. I could go with, like, a potion of healing on you, maybe. There we go. That sorted us out real quick. Nicely done. Nicely done, and then he'll regenerate the rest. Since his blessing is strong right now. 5 rats! And a dead end. Great. Well, let's go Scourge of Chaos real fast. Increase his chance to lay the smackdown on the enemy. He's got a pretty good chance to miss because he's only got a 50-50 to hit right now. However, he manages to cleave his way on through, so more power to you, my friend. More power to you. I'm going to move him to right here. I'm going to try and have these guys pick up the lion's share of all the XP for the next dungeon or two because they're a little bit behind. I mean, they're holding down the fort. They're doing okay, but still, a fort is difficult. It's a difficult thing to hold down, especially if you're having, like, torrential rains and tornadoes and whatever else. So I'm just saying. We got ourselves a reptile eye. Why would you even bring that back with you? I do wish that there was an option in the game when you finished, you got to a dead end, you could teleport back to the junction in exchange for fighting like one battle at the junction or something like that. I don't know. It seems like it would be a welcome thing for me. He's unjammed. Okay. Keep moving everybody back down the hallway. Luckily, the walk is not so long this time. Sometimes the walk is very, very long. And since everybody is male in our group, we can go like, walk like a man, talk like a man, walk like a man. I love that shit. I love it. Frankie Valli is the business. Frankie Valli is the business. I'm all about Frankie Valli in the Four Seasons. That's like one of the few bands that when they come on in the car, like I get to use my falsetto abilities, and I get all excited about it. Although people start to request it after a while too, and that's weird because I don't take requests. I am not a monkey to be controlled for falsetto entertainment. The room is strangely silent. Okay, so we're about to get attacked again. It's another one of those wards. The room stays eerily quiet. He only has a weak blessing right now, so hopefully we can get down into this room before anything else goes wrong. I want to get them to level 2 before we start hitting some of the other quests. Unfortunately, I may have to grind a little bit because when you swap party members like this, like mid-adventure, it has negative effects upon you. Although the wizard and the troll slayer should be able to hold down most of this. Oh, good. He still has the strong blessing. Yeah, got everybody that time. At the center of the room, the bracers of defiance can be seen dangling from the rafters via silver cord. The warriors are naturally cautious, and although the chamber seems empty now, they are experienced enough to know that the artifact this valuable will not be left unguarded. It looks like we've got a night goblin, okay, so that's not too terrible. I mean, it's still... The giant spider is concerning still, but I guess I'll start working on the problems that I can. Namely, that green skin right there. He's going to miss the second swing. That's because the greenskins actually have like a really good ability. There we go. The greenskins are actually fairly decent in melee combat, so they can be sort of a pain to dislodge sometimes. You've got 5, which means you can probably fire a shadow bolt in there while we're on the subject. Do 5 damage. Just do 5 damage. That's all that I need from you right now. The lightning fire ring. The ring that can't decide what element it is. We killed both the archers, so we're in a little bit better shape right now. Dwarf is going to take a big hit for 7 damage, which puts him well within the range of dying on the next turn. Ooh, warrior priest got stabbed too. Getting all shivved up. Okay, so let's healing mist over here. We got lucky and we got a 6 wound heal right there. I could healing mist again if I were inclined to do so, but there we go. He's got 5 damage right there. He's unjammed. Keep firing. He's going to miss. Let's see if maybe we can whittle this health down slightly. It might be worth it to take that axe off of our barbarian and give it to him so that he can dual wield axes or something. I don't know what that would do for us. I hope it would do something. I don't know. Although I think most troll slayers always use two-handed weapons. I think that's part of their lore is that they always use two-handed weapons. I can't remember though. Bane of Chaos. We'll get started on him. Death Blow. I was going to say bring it home, amigo. Bring it home, but I guess not. Did he jam? He jammed. Okay. So unfortunately, he's pinned too. Ooh, 16 damage. I'm actually going to leave him. Although, doesn't he get a counterattack now? Oh, no, I shouldn't have done that. Now we got spawns. Okay. So that's troublesome. I'm going to use his reserve to heal right now. But zombies are bad news, and they can, like, one-shot us. I'm going to use Bane of Undead on him. There it is. And so he's down. Is that a ranged attack? Oh, it is. Fantastic. This is why you want the Witch Hunter around. Like, seriously, he is the dude when it comes to undead. This right here is a major, major problem for us. These things hit for enormous amounts of damage, and the fact that he can just one-shot his way through all of them is incredible and really does help the party out. Like, having him around for just that case is worth... Oh, there was no animation right there. He telepathically killed the enemy. What a beast. The Bracers of Defiance. We got the warrior's fight has ended in victory. The gigantic spider lays dead at one of the adventurer's feet. Freed of the dungeon boss, the warriors take the Bracers of Defiance as the prize. They also come across a small hoard of stolen treasure, which the warriors promptly help themselves to. So there they are, 4 strength and 1 toughness. Our Troll Slayer is going to be... There it is. I was going to say, we should get a 3rd piece of loot, if I counted properly. We do have the Count in our group. I always thought that was a funny pun. The Count and he counts. Who thought of that? It's not like a massive leap, but it's pretty clever. He's almost there. Damn, we're going to have to do one more little side mission to try and get him where we need him, and he'll get closer too. But I'd feel a lot better. I definitely feel a lot better if we leveled up a slight bit. I mean, we're still on the edge of where we're pretty close to getting one-shotted a lot of the time. New settlement discovered. Warden. Alright. Well, let's go back to Wurtbad for right now, because we still have to do the Burgermeister, or the mayor's little questy thing. Hey, get out of here. And yes, that was a short joke. It's a little quest. It's not a big quest. Let's see here. Waywatcher Amulet. We can sell you off to make a little bit of extra cash. Orb of Might is consumable, so I'm not going to use it. It's not worth the slot that it would be filling. And now what we need to do is find our Troll Slayer. And there he is. And the Bracers of Defiance should help him out pretty substantially. He should be dealing a lot of damage right now. And so he's got, like, what, +5 to strength, chance to slam. He's probably doing upwards of 20 damage now per swing. He's going to be our principal DPSer for sure. Alright, well, now that we've got that all nice and beaded in, I think everybody else is equipped the way that they need to be. What's at the store right now? Anything useful? A leather helm. A fine-ass longbow. A masterwork silver dagger. That might actually be really, really helpful if we were to give it to our Witch Hunter. Masterwork short sword. There's a lot of stuff here that I want, but none that we can afford just yet. It's going to be a major purchase too, so we got to make sure that we give it to the right person. Let's see here. I'm going to see what loot is concerned. Okay, so that's going to be... That's another thingy of fire. What is that? The axe of slicing. Interesting. Well, can he use one-handed weapons, by the way? I was wondering about that. Let me take a look over here. Marauder only for Reinhardt's Cleaver. Never mind, so I guess it's only for him. Color me disappointed, whatever color that might be. I would assume that since jealousy is green, I would assume that, like, disappointed would be like a grayish color, like an Eeyore sort of color. And let's just go after the mission. Orks and Gobos, let's go. I'm sure they'll catch up. What's the worst that could happen? Apparently, size does matter. Philibert Lightdorf has requested that your party retrieve the Boots of Stature. They're a prized heirloom stolen from his family by Orc marauders when Vorgaz Ironjaw killed his grandfather. He believes they will quite literally put him first in line of the Elector Count candidates. Recover the boots and he'll pay handsomely. 250 crowns is the figure that he mentioned. Okay, well, considering we've been betrayed like 30 times in this playthrough, I don't really trust that, but I guess we'll let it go for right now. I love the fact that his armor regenerates. That makes me really, really happy. Alright, let's end the turn. It looks like he's got a weak blessing on this turn. Wait and see what we're up against here. 4 giant bats, 3 giant rats, and a giant spider. Okay, well, there's no point in, like, not praying. You might as well give it a go, I guess. I'm actually going to leave that gap open. We'll figure out what happens in just a second. Unfortunately, he blew his shot. However, my wizard would be able to kill, like, everything in this room by himself. I will, however, allow the new guys a chance to, like, take a swing. I guess not. Alright, new guys. Alright. Nobody else can really do anything right now. It's Death Leap, so maybe he'll get a counterattack right there. I hope a spider doesn't move into that slot. That would be unfortunate. Okay, so I'll take a rat over a spider. Although, technically, they run a pretty good chance of dying right now. There's actually a lot of DPS, like, arrayed in this room, especially if they keep counter-blowing everything to death. Well, this could become an issue. Yep, definitely becoming an issue. Oh, good. Orc boys and a shaman. The orc boys are bad, too. Although we do have a slayer right here, so we might be able to make this work. I'm going to use Healing Mist right there to try and dig him out of a bad situation. Oh, good, he got 5 wounds. Let me kill this orc boy. The orc boys have a lot of HP, so watch out for orc boys in this game. They're actually kind of like a mid-level enemy that can cause you a pretty severe amount of problems. Let's go for Scourge of Chaos, which only landed on him, unfortunately. He's pinned. Oh, man, this is bad. This is really, really bad. Okay, so let's go with the Great College Hat real quick. That gave him 4 magic back. I'm going to throw Blade of Night onto him. It's going to give him a freebie attack, which he's going to land. There we go. So that's going to clear out some of these enemies. We got to do something with it, though, because, frankly, unless we start dealing some damage and killing some stuff, this whole leveling up process has become fairly lethal for our new guys. Good, he missed right there. Hopefully he doesn't get webbed back up again. Alright, the orc boy I'm a little concerned about. He got webbed again, but that's okay. The shaman, I'm not sure what he does. He wogged us. I don't even know what that means. What does wog do? It seems kind of overpowered if he just, like, incapacitated our entire group for an entire turn for 1 mana. Really? He only had 1 magic. How did he incap our entire group with 1 magic? What? Alright, that's broke. Here, fast forward. I don't got time for this. There we go. Oh, good. Giant bats. Just what I always wanted to do. Oh, and they get the first attack, too. How pleasing. Alright, well, let's get moving. He's going to death blow. He's going to death blow. He's been chained the entire time to the floor. So, unfortunately, let me firebomb this. I need to get these guys out of here. There we go. And so now, having done a little bit better here, actually, move back to there. I'm going to have you Haunch of Old nail him. 6 wounds. Okay, so he might actually stay alive for a little while longer. What I need right now, I forgot to put up Scourge of Chaos too. It looks like that Shadow Blade ability only lasts 1 turn, which is actually disappointing. Okay, well, what we need to do now is I'm going to focus on this Orc boy real quick. Maybe we can get rid of him. And then we'll end the turn right there. I'm going to fast forward through this real quick. I guess he maybe Wog is like the 1 free ability that he gets. How much HP? Oh, 23. He's actually like a hero. Okay, so maybe that's not overpowered. Maybe he's just like a beastly enemy that we weren't ready for. There's 9 damage right there. Troll Slayer should be able to go through him pretty quickly without many problems. And with Healing Mist, let's keep working on him. He only got 1 wound. That's unfortunate. Alright, well, finish the Shaman. There we go. Shaman's now down. We'll wait this one out right here. He's going to remain webbed. Shoot him. Yeah, there it is. Never mind the fact that he couldn't have moved after he shot right there. If I had... We got a Potion of Quickness. We got a whole bunch of stuff right there. Battered Dwarven Helm. That was actually a fairly lucrative combat for us, aside from the fact that we almost died horrifically. Let me throw a Healing Mist on him. Only 1 wound, unfortunately. So I guess I'll just have to live with that. Let's see. Leopold Hellhunten is confronted by a slumped, cowled figure crawling towards them, calling for help in a piteous voice. Alright, and so it's the same thing we got before where he jumps back and he doesn't get infected. I don't know what's up with all his like weak blessings lately. He's not getting the good blessings. He's not getting the good shit. Let me move him back to his normal position in the formation. We'll move people around slightly. Anyways, we're a little bit worked on right now. We've actually taken a tiny bit of damage. He got 4 winds of magic, so we'll throw a heal over to there. Bim, bam, bomb, we're in. Let's continue moving forward. If we're not going forward, we are going backwards because we've already fought a ton of enemies. Oh, we're not even out of the first room. Really, our first combat took that long. Alright. Well, I guess I'll just have to live with that fact. Our first combat definitely seems to have bogged us down for a while. Alright, well, I'll put them in front, even though last time that got us into trouble and we don't have a firebomb to dig us out anymore. I'll have to hope that if we end up in the same situation again. In the center of the room is a corpse dangling. Leave it. It's that same one that we had before. Another empty room. Alright, keep moving. As quickly as we can. Trying to end this thing off before I have to, like, split it in the middle of an episode or something. Move up to right there. He doesn't have enough magic to cast anything, so, well, he's got Blade of Night, but that's not going to help right now. 6 giant spiders, a bunch of giant bats. Oh, you attacked the wrong side of this formation. Death blow right there is going to work out pretty... never mind. Never mind. Let me go Scourge of Chaos real fast. Okay, so a couple people got it. Kill off that rat. I may actually try and dig my way out of here using my wizard so that he becomes unpinned and then can step down the hallway and start dealing with the remainders here. He doesn't have a whole lot of magic remaining. I was hoping he would get a Shadow Bolt or something right now. Luckily, we're fighting in a corridor which severely, severely limits the enemy's ability to really get at us We left a hole in our formation right there, so this might get out of control. Oh, he had another attack, didn't he? I messed up. Yep, there it is. They managed to run our line. I don't know why they really like the Witch Hunter. I'm assuming that that priority is based on something with the AI, but I don't know why they always go after him no matter where he is. I would go after the Wizard simply based on the fact that he's the weakest, and if I get a 6-mana roll, I can drop an AoE that'll kill their entire party. Either way, our Wizard's doing his business, so I don't even care. He's holding it down. God. Over here doing work with some of these characters. He's pinned. Let me see if maybe... give him a Blade of Night, I guess, just in case he misses. Okay, so he killed him. Unfortunately, he can't move after he attacks. He's pinned. My suggestion would be maybe try that to get him unpinned. So now that he's unpinned, he can now go down to here and hopefully death blow his way through this entire mob. Sometimes you get unlucky, and even with his ridiculous attack skill, he goes on like a missing streak, and there's nothing you can do about it, but... our formation is wide open right now, though, which leaves me worried that we're going to get, like, split in half. There we go. Spider's down. And then we are out of combat. We got another Worn Circlet. Alright. I'm hoping that at some point they expand the loot list in this game so that you actually add, like, 50, 60 new loot cards in. It'd be fairly easy. I mean, there's a lot of different interesting effects you could add in this game. I'm going to go Scourge of Chaos right here. We're just going to try and get moving. So that one worked on everybody, luckily enough. In this room, we got Orc Boys and Orc Armor Boys. I assume that those are Arrow Boys. Alright, well, with his increased chance to hit, digging ourselves into this room might actually be a bad idea. These guys can hit really hard. If I could actually Blade of Night him, and then Blade of Night him, assuming that they can both move around here, we should be able to get something done. I hope. There it is. Nice. We've already gotten rid of a couple of Orc Boys. I'm going to move him into here. With Scourge of Chaos, he's got a better chance to hit. So I'm hoping he doesn't do what he just did right there, which leaves him like in the middle of their formation and likely to die maybe. The Orc Boys hit really hard, so you want to watch out for that. They're an enemy that you're not really ready for most of the time. Yeah, see, even their Archer did 7 damage when he hit. It was still a fairly considerable amount of damage that's been dropped on our face. What I would suggest for right now is, yeah, use that spell. If it's all that you've got, mana for, I'd say go for it. There we go. Death blow right there. Nothing right there, though. Let's bring in the Troll Slayer on this side and see if he can get going on these guys. Ooh, a big miss right there. A death blow, though. I'll take that. There we go. Let's start clearing some of these out of the way. He's not looking so great. Oh, he's not pinned anymore? Well, even better then. Band-aid yourself. Counts as a free action, so you might as well. And then actually, I'd say Call of the Brave for right now. I think it's funny that Call of the Brave makes you better at dodging and, like, running away. That shit cracks me up. Maybe it helps you stay calm in the heat of combat. I don't know. 7 damage taken right there. Arrow Boys dealing some damage. Yeah, right there. That's a nasty fight. If we get some adds, we're probably going to have some trouble in here. I think that puts us pretty much at the end of our wits. Oh, wow, this isn't the end of the dungeon either. I thought this was the last room. Okay, so, ooh, a double miss right there puts us in an even worse position. We actually stand the risk of losing a combat right now. Assuming, ooh, Witch Hunter getting in there, getting nasty. Yeah, get you some, amigo. There it is. The Potion of Battle, add that to the stash. Let's move him into here, and what I need to do is I need to get some healing going, like, right away. So Healing Mist is going to drop on him, hopefully for a good amount. 3, I'll take it. 3 works. 3 is not the best, but 3 is not the worst either. I'd take that over a 1. No attack. He's going to start regenerating. He got 5 magic on that one, so we'll drop another one on him. There it is, and so he should regenerate the rest. Let's get everybody into formation. We'll heal the Troll Slayer on the next turn. He got 1 wound back right there. He got 6. That's good. 5 wounds right there, so we should be looking at the ability to go in. Oh, I didn't know our wizard was that hurt. Okay, so we're going to hang out here for a second until we get everybody healed. 6 wounds onto our wizard, which is nice. That only puts him up to half health right now, though. Still no attacks. We're still good. There it is, a little bit more. Alright, so I think we're probably looking about ready to hit the next room in a second. Ooh, Orc error boys. Oh wow, and they're way up in there. Okay, so that's a problem. That's a problem with no concrete solution that we need to draw them into this room then. Oh, he can step back and shoot me. Okay. Well, never mind then. My plan to like cheat the enemy into like attacking us the way that I wanted did not go so well. I'm gonna go with Call of the Brave because we're gonna be walking through arrows here. Ignored, even with a strong blessing. I guess that's what happens. I'm gonna move him up to here. We'll take a shot at him, I guess. We're still not gonna make the hit though, unfortunately. I'm gonna step him to there. And this is one of those cases where I'm thinking we probably... You can't Stonebread? Stonebread should be a free ability, right? A free action? Ain't that troublesome. Okay, well... Let's get him healed up slightly. I can't really do much with the remainder of what I have here. So we'll move everybody forward. Everything appears to be going wrong very quickly. God. Archers. Causing us all kinds of grief. Alright, so with 6 magic, I've got to make a decision whether I want to AoE the enemy or not. He's got Stonebread. Oh, yeah, he can't move and use Stonebread. Okay, interesting. Alright. I would say Call of the Brave is fairly important. Man, Sigmar is just hurting us right now. Come on, Sigmar. I thought that was like your thing, is that you help your people, right? There's 2 archers down. Move him to here. Go for that right there. There's another one down. We're getting it. There it is. Oh, he didn't kill him, though. Okay, so we'll move him into position, then we'll figure out who we want to drop this heal on in just a second. He's going to miss, unfortunately. I'm going to drop the heal on him, and then we'll bring the wizard down here. And if we get another ad at this point, we're done. It's going to be game for us if we get another ad. Yup. So he's now down, which means we have no choice but to try and heal him. And we got a 50-50 right here. There we go. So we healed him. He's back up. Let me get the wizard out of the way. We'll move him into right there, and we'll put the troll slayer in here. I just want there to be no chance that we don't survive this fight. There we go. So he's now down. That's a lot of XP right there, and we got the Bright Wizard's staff. We're going to have to continue this one in the next episode. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Warhammer Quest. I look forward to seeing you all in the following episode. Take care out there, everybody, and hi-do.